Sunday. On our Sunday Zoom party, we talked about how God helps us when we're afraid. Now, let's talk about how God parts the sea.
God's people had been slaves in Egypt for a long time, but God helped them escape. Quick, get up, pack a few things, and let's get going. Hurry!
2 hours later.
The Israelites were so glad to leave Egypt, but they were a little scared. They were afraid those Egyptians might change their minds and come after them. But God helps us when we're afraid, so I think we'll be okay.
Let's get out of here like the Israelites did. God said that He'd lead them, but I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Here we go.
We better camp here. We're at the edge of the Red Sea.
1 hour later.
Oh wait, what's that noise?
Oh no, I think it's a horse. The Egyptians must be coming after the Israelites. There's nowhere to run. What can we do?
God helps us when we're afraid. Let's see what God does. God parted the water so they could walk through the sea on dry land.
What would you have thought when you saw God part the water?
I would have been in awe.
God helped His people when they were afraid, and God helps us when we're afraid too. Hooray, God! Now, let's review our Bible verse. Exodus 14:29 through 30. But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground. That day, the Lord saved Israel from the Egyptians.
Should we say goodbye to the horse?
Of course! Bye!
Thank you for listening.
Bye!
Did you love that story? It's so important to know that God helps us when we're afraid, just like the Israelites. What would you have done if you were an Israelite? Can you imagine? Like Moses took you out of your home to go across the sea that the bad guys were coming and they're almost going to get you. That would be crazy. But the Israelites knew to trust God, and God showed up. He helped Moses to know to hold his staff, and then something amazing happened. Do you remember? We just talked about it. So today we're going to do some art. Who likes art? I know we did it last week, but you can never have too much. So you're going to need a piece of paper, blue, because it's the water. You're going to need some brown paper. You can have your grown-up cut some strips and whatever size you want. And then you're going to need some crayons. We're going to draw some fish and some stick people, my favorite. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing you're going to need to do is to take your blue paper and fold it into threes. This is how you do that. You're going to fold one side to the middle. You can do this on the table so it's easier. And then fold the other side. Let me do it on the table. So it meets in the middle. All right, do you see that? So once they're touching and it's even, you can have your grown-up help you if you want to. You're gonna fold it and crease it so it stays. So now you made a storybook, just like that. All right, so this is a reminder. This was the Red Sea. And when God told Moses, hold up your staff, and the wind came and the water was separate, it's gonna separate just like the Red Sea. So we're gonna make this part brown because the Israelites walked on wet ground? No, they walked on dry ground. So we're gonna take our glue stick. I have an old glue stick. We're going to put some glue on our brown paper. However much, oh, I'm hurting my glue stick. However much or little you guys want. And then we're gonna glue it in the middle section, because remember, that's where the Israelites walked on in dry ground, or on dry ground. You shouldn't get your fingers sticky. That was an accident. What kind of glue sticks do you guys have? Are they purple? Are they white? Are they better than mine? All right, so once your brown paper is all glued, now, let's do it upside down. some water left. Okay. Now, let's see if it still closes. All right. So you see a little bit of brown, but that's what the Israelites saw when they got to the Red Sea. And then God parted the water, and that's what they saw. So now they got to walk across on dry ground. So now we're going to add some fishies, because when the water was like a wall to their left and to their right, they saw the fish in the water. But the people walked on the dry ground. So let's grab some colors. I'm going to make a purple fish. You guys know how to make fish? Not like that, apparently. So you just make a loop. And then what other colors? Ooh, an orange fish. I'm not a very good fish maker. Good to know. I'll make a pink fish. Maybe a smiley face. Happy fish in the sea. Probably not blue on blue. What other color? Ooh, there's probably green fish, right? Yeah. And then I want a white fish because it's blue paper so you can see the color white. So fun. I'm going to make 2 white fish. And one has a smiley face. Okay. There's my fishies. Do you see them? Let's count together. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fishies. And now there's a lot of people that crossed the Red Sea. People are usually orange or brown, but I have brown paper. Let's see if this shows up. I'm gonna draw, let's see, a mommy with long hair. Then I'll draw a daddy with some spiky hair. And then, I guess I'll draw a little person so they can be the little kids. It's hard to draw their faces because they're so little. All right, and then mommy can have a baby. Yay! Okay, so there's our little stick figure family. What does yours look like? If you made our craft today, go ahead and have your grown-up take a picture and you can email it to me or put it in our comments, whatever you guys want. But I'd love to hear from you, and that's all we have for today. Let's practice our Bible verse to remember that God helps us when we're afraid. Are you ready? All right, I'm going to read it first, and then we're going to practice together. Ready? But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground. That day, the Lord saved the Israelites from the Egyptians. All right, you ready to do it together? I'm going to say one part of it, and you're going to repeat it after me. Okay. Exodus 14, verses 29 and 30. But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground. That day, the Lord saved the Israelites from the Egyptians. All right, that was so good. I'm so glad you have joined us on today's Wednesday Fun Day. Always remember that God is with us and will help us when we're afraid. See you guys next week. Bye.